What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Angry Gamer channel. Here we're taking another look at the roster for EA Sports UFC 3. Today we're in the men's featherweight division with our boy Max Holloway as the champion, rounding out his stats with a striking at 93, grappling 88, stamina 91, and health 93. Compared to Aldo, our former champ, with striking 92, grappling 91, a stamina 89, and a health at 90. I was really expecting them to nerf his stats a little bit more, seeing that he's on a losing streak. He's lost 2 out of his last 3 fights, so I did expect there to be a little further dip in the stats than we had there. What do you think, guys? Are his stats fair? Would you like to see him take a bit of a hit since his career is on the down end for Jose Aldo? I don't think we're going to see a whole lot more of him left in the UFC. Up next, let's take a quick look at Renan Barao. Back in his day, he was just an absolute monster. Held one of the UFC's longest active winning streaks. So it's good to see his stats still up in the high 80s, with his stamina at an 87 and his health at an 87. Let's take a look here down at Choi. Was just an absolute monster as well. He's been on a great winning streak. He did have an upset loss here in the last fight night against Jeremy Stevens, but Choi is very tough. His hands are lightning quick, and we're going to see more of him in the UFC, and we're going to see a lot of him in ranked onlines. So you're going to have to be quick because you're going to have to fight Choi, and he is not an easy task. Up next here we have the amazing wrestler Frankie Edgar, who wants to get you to the ground and beat your brains in. His striking is a respectable 89, but that grappling, stamina, and health all in the low 90s, man. 91, 94, and 91. For sure, if you are up against Frankie Edgar, stay out of the clinch, stay off the ground unless you are ready for a war. Moving forward here, we have two of the UFC originals, Uriah Faber and Clay Guida, both some of our founding members of the UFC as we know it today. Uriah, he was always a great fighter, but he just never had enough to take home the belt, but he's always proven a useful sparring partner over at American Top Team. Up next here, we have Bruce Lee back again, carrying forward from UFC 2, with his striking at a 92, but he's been nerfed down a lot, grappling 84, stamina 89, and health at 89, which I think is good for him because he's got lightning quick hands, and he needs to be able to have that Achilles heel, and that is going to be coming from his grappling, 84, with some of the lowest grappling here in the division. So if you're up against a Bruce Lee fighter, take him to the ground, and he is all yours. Alright, up next here, and one of the stats I'm sure most of you guys are eager to hear, the notorious Conor McGregor with his striking at an astounding 95 and health at 93. I really wish we could have seen his stamina at more like an 86, because as much as I love McGregor, he's a 3-round fighter. If you drag him into the deep waters, he is absolute toast. And we also have one of my favorite fighters to use in UFC 2, Charles Oliveira. He's got great striking, he's a decent grappler, and his perks usually have Chessmaster. I'm sure we're going to see something similar to Chessmaster in UFC 3 with the perks that we can have, especially for our created fighters if you choose to do the ultimate team fashion of your online competition. And we can never rule out Chaz Mendez with an amazing 92 on his grappling, but with a lackluster 87 on his health. For a prime fighter, I would have liked him to stand up to a little bit more punishment, but again, we've got 92 on your grappling. Get it to the ground and work your stuff. Not going to go over the rest of the roster here in extreme detail. You can see all the information that we need. Got Brian Ortega, health stands out as a 90 and his grappling at a 91. BJ Penn there in the mid 80s, which I think is very fair for a fighter of his age. I hear that he may be planning some sort of comeback, and I've heard rumors of some comebacks of Chuck Liddell as well. Well, let me know what you've heard on that, guys, down in the comment section. Who would you like to see Chuck Liddell fight if he could come back to the UFC in 2018? Chuck Liddell in 2018. Who do you want him to fight? Let me know down in the comment section, guys. I'm going to leave you here with Jeremy Stevens and Cub Swanson to round out the video. This is Angry Gamer here. Just remember to tap out on that like button, head kick for a subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when we post new UFC 3 content coming out in just 6 more days. I'll see you guys there. Thank you for listening.